Hello, this is my review on Marvel's Eternals movie. Eternals? Yeah. I give this a 7 out of 10 for being mediocre, average of a movie. And a forgettable one. What's the plot about this movie? You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. It's that kind of stupid plot. Storytelling. How are the CGI? Oh, CGI is dated as balls. But that's the standard for Marvel at this point. The CGI at this point looks dated as balls, along with the, you can't tell what's, the point at putting CGI in a movie if you just going to make it look like rubber. And I'm going to make it look convincing. That's how bad the CGI is. It's the worst CGI I've seen in a Marvel movie. Production-wise, it looks. Visually. The worst. Since Iron Man 1. It looks cheaper than Iron Man 1. And it looks cheaper than Thor. It looks cheaper than all of the Captain Marvel movie. And it looks cheaper than the Endgame movie. Avengers Endgame. Where the CGI looks worse than Green Lantern CGI on his Green Lantern costume. You know how Green Lantern CGI on the Green Lantern costume look kind of like not right? The CGI in Endgame looks worse. And the CGI in this movie looks even worse than Endgame. That's quite an accomplishment, and visually deserves a Razzie for best visuals. For I've seen for a Razzie. This deserves a Razzie for best picture for worst visuals. A Razzie for picture for worst visuals. I think Marvel should have gone a Razzie for this. Truly, this is an achievement to cinema. I approve this movie, I guess, or not. I'm not really sure what to think of on this movie. All I know is this movie was dumb. Was bland, waste of time, characters I just never cared about, Icarus, blah blah blah, and the other characters I forget the names, and blah blah blah, others characters that are Eternals. Look, I can't remember the fucking names. I don't know if it's because there's too many characters, or maybe the characters are so fucking bland, so little to say so little any dialogue in this movie. Hardly ever crack a joke. I don't think they crack even one joke to show that they have a sense of humor in their body. No, instead, the characters are prune stiffs. If only these characters were the comedic cringe that Marvel usually gives me. Oh, that they give them was the comedic was the urging making a comedy. But that's not what this is worse than what their usual is. With them making it a comedy. Because this is when they're trying to be serious, they are worse at when they're trying to be funny. Whenever they're trying to be serious, I found out they're trying to be serious in this movie. You know how Ragnarok was trying to be just funny and dumb? And they kind of continue that trend after Ragnarok and was Endgame, and then it was up until it ended with Endgame. Kind of reset it with the Spider-Man sequel, Tom Holland sequel, Spider-Man, then put less humor in their movies. Sometimes it's this movie, well, this movie, I gotta admit, I will appreciate this movie doesn't try to be funny, but I want to appreciate how lazy this movie is at succeeding at getting succeeding to getting me to give a fuck. This movie's fucking lazy. This movie doesn't want me to give a fuck about these characters, it tells me. And never being put out for... some characters get killed off too soon. At least one character gets killed off right away in the opening before we meet the character. Which is weird. And, this stops the main premise of the, whole plot. And, The Internal movie, this is a dumb movie. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's as dumb as the first Sex and the City movie. Was Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of Vengeance. This is a dumb movie. Although I will say Ghost Rider 2 is a phenomenal movie compared to the Internals movie. It's a classic. A masterpiece, I think. Because as Nicolas Cage, what does Internals have? Nothing to offer me. Ghost Rider has, Fear of Vengeance has Nicolas Cage freaking out in the movie, going over the top, when he's going where he's about to turn the Ghost Rider, and he's good as I thought he was in the CGI and the Ghost Rider looked cool and all, memorable, still look iconic in its own right. The redesign on the Ghost Rider in the Spirit of Vengeance movie looked different than the one in the first installment. Still look pretty cool. Way better than the Internals movie. Easy. I recommend see that movie over Internals. For your sake. At least you'll have fun with Ghost Rider Spirit and Vengeance. And you'll get a laugh out of it. It's directed by the people who made the Crank movie. The first two ones. The Crank movies was... the Crank movies. They did this Ghost Rider movie, the sequel, and you can tell because it has the kind of directors. You can kind of tell because the whole thing is like over the top with these crazy CGI action scenes with the Ghost Rider. And the Ghost Rider, to be fair, isn't it more than he was in the first installment on screen in his Ghost Rider form? So that was a plus that he also was in it more often and appeared more earlier on, the Ghost Rider. That was a plus in that movie. I'm reviewing, and this is why I think Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance is a better movie than Internals, and Internals is a lame movie. It's like the crap you expect to Marvel to do. All the stuff they do, but it's I can't say Internals is that much worse than 2002's Spider-Man movie for me. But just as bad. For me. So, that's my thoughts on Internals. While you're a 7 out of 10 for average. Okay. That's my review on Internals. I'm Jake Allen Graham. That's my review on Internals. Why with a 7 out of 10, it's average score, mediocre, forgettable mess of a movie flick. And I don't recommend anyone to see it, but I can't stop anyone, I guess, with this stupid internet content. Can I? I can't physically stop my audience to not watch this movie. So, watch at your own risk, you asses. That don't listen to me. My audience, of course. I don't know why you would. Listen to me in first place, so I'm actually shocked that I have as many subscribers as I do. I only have 28 subscribers at this point. So in my life, so. That makes me feel good. And I want you to subscribe. Hit the bell first. Second, hit the subscribe button, that's how you get subscribed. Check out my older content. Like my older content by hitting the thumbs up on my older content videos. And hit the content on the thumbs up on this video. On this content video that you're watching now. Hit the thumbs up under it. And share my other content with other people, you know, and want to see me, and who want to share my content with other people, you know, with my audience. So, and yeah, that's all I need to advertise in this video. I'm Jake Allen Graham. Goodbye. That's my review on Internals.